Okay, time to narrate another beach video. This one filmed on my iPhone 17 Pro Max, fully wind filtered. Headphones on, microphone thoroughly warmed up. Cape San Blas, Florida, April 30th through May 4th. May the 4th May the 4th be with you, I think they say. 2026. First time I've ever been to the beach when there was heavy construction projects going on. It didn't bother me that much. What did bother me, though, was it was kind of cold and rainy for most of our 4 days. It did clear up in the afternoon on the third day. And then the fourth day, as we departed, perfect, cloudless, blue skies, low 70s. Southern California weather, as they say. Cape San Blas, of course, in the North Florida Panhandle. Not too far from Destin, Panama City, that general area. Mexico Beach, Port St. Joe nearby. Just hanging out with the ladies, watching on as they perform their little TikTok routines, or whatever the hell. Telegram, I don't know. Instagram, I don't know. I don't know anything about any of that. All I know is little Norita there can go on TikTok and within minutes have thousands of viewers watching live. Amazing. The fishing vessel, commercial fishing vessel, which was with us on and off throughout the duration of our stay. It would come and go, come and go. Maybe a dozen times or so during the course of our 3 nights. This guy knows how to drive that thing. Operate those hydraulics. We got some copyright protected music in the background, so I gotta talk over that, make sure I don't get a copyright strike. YouTube's absurd copyright policies. Well done, sir. Well done. That boy knows how to drive that rig. That was fucking awesome. A couple of what I presume to be F-16s from nearby Tyndall Air Force Base there. I'm not sure what their mission is. Never been on Tyndall other than their beach property. Sea Turtle Preserve over on the other side of Mexico Beach. Which is open and accessible to the public. Just go online to the Tyndall Air Force Base website and pay a fee, $5, I think. Beautiful beach. They dredge the water regularly, so it is pristine. Absolutely pristine beach. Where we are here on Cape San Blas is well known to be some of the best beach fishing you will find. Plenty to be caught out here in these waters on a regular, consistent basis. This time I did not bring my fishing gear. This would have been the first time that I've not brought my fishing gear. And you have 4 people and 4 people's luggage inside of one vehicle. Not a whole lot of room for extras, and so my thought was that while I was here I would just rent some fishing gear. That never happened. It's okay. When we return in late July, I will make sure I have my fishing gear. Of course, when we come back in July, we won't be coming to Cape San Blas. We will be going over to Mexico Beach. Absolutely beautiful, pristine beach. No construction projects that I'm aware of, although they are a town that is still rebuilding after the 2018 Category 5 Hurricane Michael, which tore through and absolutely devastated that area. Did great damage here as well, especially to the beach. A lot of the beach washed right out to sea. Yay! Yay! Do it again! Encore! Bravo, sir! May I buy you a drink? On your lunch break. Another flyby from our friends at Tyndall Air Force Base. Yes. This is an area that the locals refer to as Stump Hole for the obvious reasons. It's actually on Eglin Air Force Base property. Eglin Air Force Base Test Site 3. What they test there, I presume to be satellite operations, space ops type thingamabob. I'm sure it's fully researchable online. I just haven't bothered to do so. No urgent interest in finding out. I know when I drive by there on the way out here, you can see an array of large satellite dishes and some silos. The nuclear storage silos areas we had at Cannon Air Force Base in 1986, 87, 88 when I was there. United States Air Force Military Police. The silos area was certainly of interest to our alien visitors, you might say. Huh? Nothing like chilling and grilling amid the noise of engines and construction and heavy machinery, etc., 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 etc. Here they come again. Take on another harvest. Transport back over to Port St. Joe. Do the drop off.
See smoke coming out of that ship. No signs of life aboard that vessel. They must all be down in the galley hole eating squid and octopus and salted mud eel. Again. Maybe that's what that smoke is. Maybe they're grilling out. Grilling some salted mud eel. That's what I'd be doing if I was on that vessel. Tell you that right now, pal. Tell you that right now. Mud eel and octopi and squid. If you want to see what losers eat, I'll show you what losers eat. That's what losers eat right there. Times like these, I'm happy to be a loser. Yep, I see them hauling that net in right there. Hauling it in full of fish. Probably a bunch of, if I had to guess, mackerel, pompano, redfish, sea trout, mullet. But then again, how would I know? I'm not aboard that vessel. Apparently neither is anyone else. Because they're all down in the galley hole eating mud eel. Now, I'll tell you what my old pappy used to say. He used to say, you get between a man and his mud eel, he's liable to cut your fucking nuts off, boy. You understand me? Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I sure do, Dad. Dear old Dad. Tell you what else he used to say, too. He'd come in from his 2-week-long business trips to God knows where. A couple days later, he'd noticed that I'd been rummaging through his luggage. He'd say, boy, did you steal my cocaine? I'd say, sir, no, sir. Oh, no, sir. Oh, hell no. He'd say, don't lie to me, boy. Look down the barrel of this 357, boy. See, Daddy had mafia ties and had been known to do contract work with the Central Intelligence Agency. Oh, that's a different story for a different day. Different story for a different day. See, Daddy was a lot of things. He was a whoring man, and he was a drinking man. I mean a hard drinking man. And he was also a drug dealing man. Now, he never did any drugs, not to my knowledge. He was damn sure known to sell it, buddy.
Wow. This, it's tape. Ito yata ang natira sa... Ayun yung mga yung mga tinangay. Nakita ko sa video mga tinangay na bahay. Siguro
See, they're headed over to Port St. Joe now to deliver that load. Then they'll come back in 3 or 4 hours and pull in the next harvest, which is going to be right there. That's their flotation for their nets, big commercial nets. Port St. Joe is way over this direction here. They'll take it into town, into port, come back and do it all over again. I wouldn't want to do that kind of work. I'll tell you that right now.
Mighty foggy out here today. Ship has its exterior lights on. Fog lights. Foggy and haunted.
That looks like a massive shelf cloud right there. Look at that. And it goes on forever, further than I can see. One long, continuous shelf cloud. That thing. Well, it looks like we're about to go to this place right here. Hunt's Oyster Bar and Seafood. They've got a little market there as well. I think we'll go in there afterwards. Looks like we're gonna be up on that deck. Kind of windy out here. I would prefer to be inside, but take what we can get.
Just scallops, right? You're the one
Scallop. No, I want fish.
Anyways, but the other, I couldn't find the coffee creamer they have them now, and they say that they believe that we're out because they haven't been able to find any either. Do you still want the coffee? It's hot water? Okay.